Let's see if this works. Be nice if it did. Be nice if it did. It's the old college saying. Be nice if it did. Be super nice if it did. Bulge, which clearly acknowledges that I'm sending something. It's acknowledging the old college try. Come on, Twitch. You say my content's not available, but you also say that I have bitrate. God, why does it still say I'm Yoko on the Express? Oh, didn't update. Whoops, a hat time. Because I'm not gonna break up my freaking thing. That's a bad. Why does it still say I'm Yoko on bad juju. Let me just silence everything on mine. Break up my freaking thing. That's a bad. Bad juju. Let me just silence everything. Well, this game's actually a bit silent, so I might pump it up a bit and then just. Oh well, it's all learning experiences. Let's do this again. I like this game. I like this game a lot, which is why I need to ask myself if why this isn't the settings. I like my things at 720, thank you. Let's hope that OBS didn't decide to suddenly explode on that. Thank you, OBS, for not exploding. Okie doke. I think everything else should be fine. I'm very picky about my noise. Very picky. It's my first time Switch streaming. It's not a word I'm good with. Twitch. Not a word I'm strong with. But that's all right. Y'all gotta start somewhere. Y'all gotta start somewhere, huh? This game is nice. This game reminds me of the good old days. Maybe one day I'll pick up Project 64 and I'll boot up my old favorites. There's Mario 64s, the Banjo-Kazooie 64s, the Banjo-Kazooie 128s. It's the old classic whammo kablamo games. Although I've seen a recent playthrough of Banjo-Tooie and I'm like, man, Banjo-Tooie really was a game you kind of went all over the place with.
Good morning, and welcome to yet another day of space adventure. You are only 5 light years away from your destination, home. The fuel tank is full and the ship is flying at full speed. Today's to-do list contains waking up, adjusting.
Why does that voice actor even exist if all he does is... I think that that guy only shows up once. Oh, just love when the camera sticks through everything. This so much reminds me of Toy Story 64, where it's like a very visible effect. Full-range satellite, comet-proof. See, it says that. It claims that. But this thing is, like, larger than that. The satisfaction on being off-screen. Wow, that's your legs just sticking out, huh? I love it. But let's get to the game. I wanna play some game. I want some fun with playing video game. This game has some serious storytelling flaws, though. Like, from a pure narrative perspective, it's really awkward. I love games that have slowdown like this. I love games that have Roombas. If this was a movie, someone would be asking, why is there only one window?
All boats need to pay toll in Mafia Town, even in space. Mafia come in to collect. Oh, rude.
The problem this never addresses is this opening just to me is like, this is cartoon logic, but it takes it just a slice too far. Just a slice too far in terms of weird logic. I wonder if they actually made sure that there's only 40 of those available, because there's only 40 in the thing at first. Like, someone had to do that count, or else you're gonna end up with a bunch of garbage. This game apparently went through a lot of design changes over time that I'm only partially aware of. God, that's so... That reminds me so much of, That reminds me so much of what's it called? Super Mario Sunshine, which is a game I like. I played a bit, and then I was like, wait, I don't like this game because it has some weird stuff going on sometimes. Oh, that's a fun thing. You can sequence break and just go straight to the ending and skip this whole part, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't feel like it. Like, it's really funny when you think about it, that someone had to make sure all these things worked out. Like, all the logic in the background functioned.
What?
At least someone could. You could just not do it. You could be an asshat and not quality control your products.
All right.
Which, yes, that is a way to handle things. You can't just not care about the... But... logistics are important. Like, one thing that bothers me is you never really have to go around this place. It's just, hey, go explore for exploratory's sake. Which is, like, literally the opposite of how most games work. It's like, you go and explore because that's the freaking point! Why do you go to a place and give it a look? Because there's something there to do! Because you have to. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on the things you're trying to collect. Ugh, I hope I get the sprint one fast. Huh. This game's got tech, though. It's also got a reflecting floor. Which reflects in an unusual fashion. To the point that I'd say this is just some... yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all. Unless it's like some other place in the other world. That'd be neat. Oop. Look at that Super Mario Sunshine-esque effect. Where things were all flattened polygons in the ground. And they popped out. Am I... Is this thing right? No, it's just zooming in. I'm so used to having the ability to look down. Because, you know, when you're trying to platform, it's important to look down and see the floor you're trying to stand on. Oh, great. There's so many weird design things going on. It's a token for the token machine. which is kind of nice. I really like what they did the lava thing, because the lava thing reminds me again a lot of a Super Mario Sunshine level, where eventually one of the levels just gets covered in goop, and you lose your thing, and it's like one of the few levels where you're not in subspace, and you lose all your thingamaboobers. I think the main reason that so many games do this nowadays, where they have like, oh, you can see where you gotta go. Here's a detectometer for you, is because games have lost the ancient art of designing an environment that's crisp and clear to read. Because once you start doing high fidelity stuff, like you get too many polygons and they get in the way of everything, and it takes a certain je ne sais quoi, certain design philosophy to really make that pop. And it's difficult to do because everyone's like, I want to design a fancy looking video game. It looks real cool, looks real nice on paper. At some point, you're going to have to sacrifice some things to make the gameplay aspects work. You're going to have to ask yourself that all-important question that no one wants to ask, which is, what am I going to sacrifice to make sure that the experience actually functions? Didn't someone, like, make a... What's it called? They made the hat, the Cappy guy. I like Cappy. Why does it bring me here every time? I can't do anything. What hat can I stitch? Oh, I can. Oh, I forgot. You're supposed to get the stitching and then you just get the stuff. Well, good. Now I can run. Now at least I can fast. Whoops. Sacrifice your double jump, though, which is not very nice. I like my double jumps. This, if anything, just makes me want to play the Banjo-Kazooie game. Apparently, these are all fake. Like, those are not real interiors, which I like the idea of. I like the idea that something like that's fake. You can see it, but it's not real. Like, if you actually were to go through the wall, it'd just be a flat wall. It's a weird thing to think about, I know. It's something that makes your brain go, but it's there, like I can see it. An illusion of the senses. Or like an X that does a little homing attack. Well, we took care of the important big hats. Took care of the most important hats. That's nice. The basic hats. This game has, like, for what it tries to present itself as, it doesn't really do all that much. Really think about it, this game is a lot flatter than it first appears. That being said, there's also the opposite end of the argument, which is where Banjo-Kazooie did a bunch. We get like a whole bunch of powers, and it's like, well, this power's only used in this one context. You only use it once, you know. And you have to ask yourself the question, like, what's the point if I only use it once? Maybe that's not a question you can give a good answer to. Because it begs a question more fundamental than that. God, I like the weird sleeping bag thing. The whole split up thing was kind of funky. Ugh. Hang on a second. I mean, I was expecting that of you. It was my first rodeo. Expecting that of you. My first. What I would appreciate is if yeah, it's alright. Just have to say no to some people. There we go. Now my freaking dashboard's actually working. What did I get? I got an achievement. What kind of achievement, people? Say no to some people. No, I'd like to meet that too, thank you. How about, instead of telling me, hey, you achieved something, you just tell me what I achieved in the first place? Bleh. Like, I don't know. I constantly wonder about like things like, why would you make a game that's just fucking around a bunch? Because you can make a game that's just fucking around a bunch. You can make Minecraft. And you can just make Minecraft. And just say, here's Minecraft. It's a game where you just sit around and pick your nose. And if you like picking your nose, that's great! But then an important question starts to arise, which is, what happens if you, in a game that's made about just sticking fingers up your nose and picking around in there like you're crazy? What's the point for such a game to contain... what happens when you put a goal in it? What happens when you assign an objective to something that's just 90%? Just sit there. And I think something magical happens. I like to call it shooting yourself in the foot. Because like, here's the thing, right? You have a little detectometer thing. That tells you where to go. I don't know how well it works because I never use it. Because I always just had fun enjoying the world. And just picking my nose. Like, you have a homing attack for some reason. You got a homing attack, you got a double jump, you got a whole bunch of weird movement options. And I just sit here wondering, would this game have been better or worse if it just didn't have this part and just was like, here's a fucking level. Just sort yourself out, chump. Like, when you really think about it, the big thing the Banjo-Kazooie did is the plot was go and do a thing. You need to do the thing to get to the place.
Hey you! Us kids should stick together, not... Oh, by the way, tell you what!
Like Mario 64, the whole plot was just go explore, do some fun things. And here it's get your things back. You might say, well, that's a good objective. Well, the problem is that the final big plot points have nothing to do with that. They are completely unrelated to it. It's like, oh, so you built this whole thing up, and then the final thing is this whole different thing about a character that we met in the first act. Like, very briefly. You gotta ask yourself some questions. And now there's this weird arrow indicator for some reason.
Follow me, Rebel Squad!
Like, as much as I like this game, on the second playthrough, I'm already like, could have done better. Maybe that's just the experience of playing something in a row. Could you please get out of the way of... Could you please get out of the way? Out of the way of... Thank you. That was annoying.
Hey, I think one of your junk pieces fell on... When going... See ya!
I love it when video game characters use tech. Makes you feel like it's something... Makes you feel less unique. It's always a good feeling.
Huh?
Hey!
Oh?
I'll take you.
Like, what is with this? Why did they were just having full sentences a minute ago. Now everyone's just kind of mumbling and grunting. This game really tries to have its cake and eat all of the pieces of the cake at once and then have them at the same time. I do like this. So you get that Super Mario 64 shine, ooh, moment, but at the same time you don't. Yarn. Here's the problem with the yarn. I already have most of the hat cap things. So what is my incentive for collecting more? Well, the answer is there's more later! Just not right now. And so comes the all-important question of what's the point?
What?
Like, I'm an idiot, and I'm playing this game, and, like, having a great time, and I'm like, I've got all the yarn things, I guess I could just leave it behind now.
All mine.
I don't know, maybe I'm just rambling a bunch. I completely forgot that Discord loves to show that you're streaming something. Can I set it up so that it actually shows people my streamer thing? No, there's a Discord stream kit. What does that mean? Oh god, this just looks complicated. What? I can sync my patrons? That's nice. My goodness. But I don't even have, like, a Discord channel. Because I don't have that kind of people. I'll take care of this some other time. I say we just focus on this for now. We just focus on having fun. In the fun video game. About fun things. Like hats. Even though, like, everyone here is not wearing hats. And the one we saw wore a hood. What a game about hats where we're the exclusive hat proprietors. I wonder what it means. I got 2 viewers. What? I can't believe it. I appreciate that there's a little pop-up telling you, hey, listen, you did a thing. That's really nice. You know, in the old Super Mario 64 town, there's a reason that they were like, you got 1 star. It was because that first freaking Bob-omb Battlefield star was, like, plot significant. Like, for some reason it was. That's why it made you do that one, because it needed to... I got a plot character, I got plot to tell you. But for the most part, after that, like, a whole bunch of shit opened, not like 1 door, and it's like, here's a new area. I know that it's prohibitively expensive to make an entirely new area, but considering what this game does with some of its, like, subcon areas... Come on, man. That's just doofy. Not enough tokens. Here's another problem I have, is the hats thing, like... I guess you couldn't... I guess, technically speaking, you couldn't say, well, Mario has the powers because he's a plumber, because I don't think plumbers can do backflips. But... there's something to be said for a game where it tries to... I like how it tells you what the... perspiration is. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but then it went out of my head like zoop. Yeah, the powers, like the whole hat thing. Like you know what most video games do when they are like this is a hat theme is you're like, hey, this character likes hats, or you put like a hat rack in place, and you put like a lot of stress on it. You're like, this is a big thing. I also gotta agree with Zyla. This is something fucking Bella cute. Why is my character all smoky? What did I eat today? I probably stepped in stepped in the manure. That's neat, though. That's like a neat little effect. That makes you go, ooh, that's neat. But you know what good games do? Good games don't ride on novelty. Although I guess you could make a game out of novelty and it'd be fine. I still need to do that achievement.
You may call me the badge seller.
It says deadly, but in reality it only stops you from painful impacts. Because I think it takes a lot to get full damage in one for one. Oh, I don't have only one batch space, so I'll just put this one on. Makes life that little bit easier. So let's go look for those 3 guys, I guess. That'd be nice. And this little achievement, a little achievable pop up. No, man, I don't want to play the spooky level. Spooky level's gonna come at some point. I don't want to play the spooky level. Spooky! It's one that gives you the little baby shivers. Wow. What a way to go. Wait a second. Are they bully? No bully! When I say no bully, it's no bully. I've been racked with nostalgia recently. Not the good kind either. Like the really, really sad kind. Or just sad a whole bunch. Because time moves on and I feel old now. I feel so old! I'm not that old, but I feel old. And I've started to learn that over my life that how you feel is more important than the truth in a lot of circumstances. There's more. I thought there were 3. Heck. This puts, as it is scientifically defined, a dampener on my original schemes. Where are the other mafioso? Would I even know where to begin? Am I just gonna look it up? Am I? I mean, I could do it and you wouldn't even know. You'd be like, oh, what is she doing? I've done that, and I feel bad about those times. Like, there've actually been times where, I don't know, I just feel like, hey, listen, you gotta live up to it, man. If you're gonna be a cheater, at least live up to it. Oh, he's asleep. I couldn't make squeaky noises. I was gonna look it up. I'm not in the mood for this. I got 1 plural viewers. I love it! I love it when singles become plurals. But I got someone. I wonder who it is. I wonder if it's someone I know. They're not posting any, What is it called in chat? What is it called in chat if you say hello? I guess it'd be called I still call it a post. Goddamn. All I can think about... Oh, man, I'm so torn by my past. Man, my past is just tearing me apart, because it's been 10 years, and it feels like so much longer than 10 years, is the thing. Oh, wait, you can kiss, can't you? You could smooch a bird. I forgot that there's like a whole emotion thing you can do. So what am I looking for again? Okay, there's 5 of them. Oh, okay. This shouldn't be too hard to do then. Got to cover my work, because I'm a busy boy. Ow. Bought a badge and I didn't use it. How me? There he is. That's 5, right? Did I miss one? That was 5. I know for gosh diddly darn certain that's 5. Whew. I'm sinking away a bit. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit depressing. Yeah, I guess it's just not registering. Or maybe I already got it at some point and I just forgot about it. Let's focus on something else. Oh man, I feel so sad. I wish I could go back. That's all I want. Just go back for maybe a day. Sit in my cozy bed. Enjoy the cozy times. Back when I didn't have my head in money worries and such. That was nice. Back when I didn't have to worry about money. Back when I could just lie down in bed and watch the TV. I don't know even... Oh, God damn it, I need to go to the Wayback Machine and check that out. Because I think it should mention my joining date, doesn't it? I'm gonna do that right now. It should still be in my history. God, this hurts to look back at. My fucking She-Shard account, which will now forever be gone. Because take a fucking guess what happens. Oh my god. I think I joined for Affinity like a little bit later, didn't I? Like, the difference in time is not that big. Yeah, this is like May 2008. And what does She-Shard have to say? Why does it have so many more captures for She-Shard? Like, there's lots of them. Oh man, She-Shard was such a kind of a very shitty website now to think about it. They sent out the fucking Rickroll thing that got me all freaking worried out. God damn, I joined in November 2006? Oh my god, I'm using my mom's email. My god. Back then, Jesus, man. Can I look at any of these things? I guess I can't, because Wayback Machine is not that it's not that thorough. Man, that's hard. It hits hard. It hits so hard to look back. Why the hell does Isla consistently insist on just involving me in shit that makes me go, why am I involved in this? Goddamn, it's like every single goddamn day, it's like she posts something and I'm like, why are you sending me this? I don't watch this. Ugh, it's so weird. It's just mostly confusion of like, why are you sending me this? Like, at what point have I expressed interest in this topic? Ugh, and I look back at like my old Skype messages. They only go back like 2 years, which is not that much in the grand scheme. I just realized that a lot has died. Like, a scary amount of my history is forever gone. And that's a scary thing to think about, is that's all dead. All those MSN messages of begging and pleading, of me being a complete and utter asshole. Oh man, I feel like hell now. And even this cute little girl game can't help me. What a history! What a rich tapestry of history I have. Whenever, except not that much. Oh my god! All the fucking She-Shard, goddamn journals. I made a lot of journals back then. I think She-Shard eventually just went out a few because it was not because it was like you could go to She-Shard where like half the art was stuff I didn't care about, or I could go to FA. Man. The least I can hope for is that FA sticks around. At least long enough that by the time it goes away, I've forgotten I even was there in the first place. I booted up my old computer, like my old 2012 computer, and I was like, my god, there's nothing here, because it's all online. And that's a scary thought, because it means that if FA ever shuts down, I'm going to lose a significant portion of my history. It's gonna whoop out of existence. All those notes, all those friends made. Well, let's go do the boss fight, actually.
Hey? Hey, child.
So this boss fight is
Boss, teacher.
so weird, because it's now like we're in this 2D plane for some reason.
Up, up, up. I'm gonna take you down.
Oh, I'm just so sad right now. I've been nothing but sad over the last few days, really. Ever since Soda Biscuit passed away, I've been nothing but stuck in Nostalgia Town and Sadness Town. Feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Enough!
Enough!
Mafia won't.
Why are they spiked? Why does this game insist on just not having a lot of logic?
Do not think about avoiding perils. Heads up, little punk. Stand still.
Oh, I'm so sad right now, man. Like, the thing that gets me the most is that, a while back I got a note from someone on FA who was like, hey, can you remove me from this artwork? I'm gonna send them a note and ask them why they asked me that in the first place, because that was a really weird request now that I think about it. Ow. But that was my perfect run.
How did you?
I'm gonna send that thing right now.
What's going on?
I'm hungry, man. Hungry! I need to pick up the pace if I want to beat this video game. Gonna have to pick up the pace.
Can you believe? Hey, you're all right, new kid. No, you shy? That thing you grabbed there. They've been raining from the sky ever since. We should go up there and get your junk. You with me, buddy?
So every single chapter has like this gimmick going for it. And the weird thing is that the chapter whose gimmick I like the most is one where nothing is set in stone. Also, what's with these black bars all over the place? Oh, they're loading bars. That's one way to do it, I guess. I like how the ship is just immediately hostile to everything that comes inside. It's like you buy a pet and every morning you wake up to the alarm going off like... Bah, bah. I'm gonna make that post right now. I'm just... this is on my head right now. It's too much. Did I ever... Actually, I might have sent like a request for information. Like, why do you want me to do this? Nope. No, I didn't. I just did it. February, man. February of this year, and it already feels like ages ago. Something flicked in my head, man. Something just went snip. Man, I mean, it's not even been a year, I guess. It's not even been a year, and I'm already like, man, Zyla, It really freaking feels like you've been in this, because they've moved to another place for a job. Sala moved to another place temporarily, but they moved to another place in like a completely different time zone. It's like all flipped, turned upside fucking down. And she's like the one fucking person with this weird time schedule from everyone else. Oh man, that brings up the memories. It's not even been a year. It's been like since December. And all I can think about is, man, I remember when Zyla used to be like up in the morning and then staying up all late, and then they went to bed, and then they woke up like when it was my evening, and it was like after dinner. It was, goddamn! It's not even been a year, and I'm already like that. Well, probably because it also includes the whole Korea thing, so there's a lot more going on than may originally be implied. I just want to go to F-list and just kind of fucking fuck around a bit. Surprisingly, it's a great place to fuck around if you like fucking around a bunch.
Are you ready to take... Let's go over the plan. All assaults need a good plan, or it'll be a flop.
Tutorial.
First, we strangle them, choke them, and watch them beg for mercy. No, wait. We smash them together into mush, and then we sell the job for... But first, we have to make it through that. Once we find and dethrone the mafia boss, the rest will follow. We've got to get you geared up. Your yarn can be found around Mafia Town. You need more yarn for some hats. Now you're a killing machine.
It's so funky when I really think about it. Like, I don't even... That's nice. It's actually 3 different walking speeds. Like, I don't even remember how I met Sile in the first place. I don't know how I met most people in a lot of... God, it's so weird to be constantly worried about, like, how did I meet these people? Like, those posts are gone now, forever. Amazon ate them when they died. The only way to get them is with a time machine. Because I don't have a good memory. And I didn't think much about it at the time. Also, I did some terrible things. What is that thing? It's a little goober, but what kind of goober it is, I want to know.
Now you're a killer.
Alright. If that's all you care about, is how much I can kill. I need to get my head out of this place, though. The longer I'm stuck in this headspace of the past. Because to be fair, the past wasn't all that great either. Like, the amount of time... Goddamn, Silas, such a fucking podunk. Such a podunk. Such a dork. It's the amount of times that it was like, let's do some things. And it just amounts to nothing. Hilarious in hindsight, but honestly, it just makes me sad now. All the times you could have done stuff we didn't. Not even that old. And you know, it's just all to think about. Why is people leaving TVs out? Why am I suddenly wearing a raincoat? Might I add, by the way, super cute raincoat. I want that raincoat. I need to stop talking about things, but frick is Mr. Monk. I don't get paid enough to care. That's a weird attitude to have, isn't it? Like, I don't like it when people have that kind of attitude. It's like, listen, I'm not going to be professional until I get paid. And it's like, well, you're never going to get paid if you're not professional enough to look like you deserve to get paid in the first place. And I might say, you're doing that. Well, I mean, if you've actually seen me in private, I'm pretty professional about things. Like, yes, I talk a lot of shit. I don't know why my eyes start glowing, but there you go. I mean, I talk a lot of shit, but behind closed doors, I try to be professional. I try not to upset people, because, you know, you never know who you might meet again in the future, or who you might want to talk to again in the future. You never know when someone might pass away, and all you can do is sit there. 2006, though. How old was I in 2006? God damn! The answer to that question is not as old as you think I was. It's filters. The 80s. At no filter. Ha! Oh heck, it's really extreme. So many things have changed over time. Like, originally, you really need depth of field or, like, all that kind of stuff, because the resolution was so freaking low you couldn't see anything in the first place. How would you see anything if you couldn't even... didn't have the pixels for it? Oh, great. It's Twitch saying, hello, you got your first Twitch stream. Aren't you proud of yourself? I'm mostly doing this because I'm like, hey, Twitch is, like, the bigger streaming platform. I kind of want to get on all that. I want to stick my foot in the door. I mean, the door is technically already come and gone, so I'm not sticking my foot anywhere. Oh, I equipped it. That's why I could do it. Otherwise, it does nothing. That answers my question. Did she say clang? Also, rain. Underappreciated, just nice ambient effect. Like, people vastly underestimate just how nice it is to just be in the rain. Just nice and quiet. Water falling on your head. It's a nice effect they did. They did a really good job on that. God, this song is so nice. Isn't this like the level where you pretend to be a spooky ghost or something? Why is this super cute music playing? You know, when I first saw this game, it was in an earlier stage, and I liked the water more in that than I do now. It's a weird thing to think about. Seafood is best food. Mafia approved. Ow. So essentially, this guy doesn't like you if you don't show up as a monster.
It's slimy space alien. Mafia's a spaceship. Mafia knew all along. Mafia.
I mean, I'll give him credits for doing something I didn't see coming. I like how he drops his money every time. Every single time he loses his money. Buy a new wallet, sir. Maybe buy a banner that's actually visible. Mafia people would greatly benefit from having a PR department.
Leave Mafia alone.
Look how the eyes stay all spooky. Like, why do the eyes glow? It's just mud. Maybe it's because when you're covered in mud, your eyes look brighter. Like putting a splash of white on an otherwise black painting. They call it contrast. Well, you seem excited. Let's see what you have to say. Bada bing, bada boom. Or as Claire says, bada boom, bada bing. Which still sticks with me as like, seriously, that's the thing we're going to talk about. One less soon. Those knives look neat because they got their own little capes. Also, I look back then, I haven't played Duke Nukem 3D since like 2013. Like, so many games I haven't played in literal years. And that's all I could think about. Is like, Jesus, man, I thought I played these games like yesterday, but no, I didn't.
You took your time. Get these brutes off.
What if I just want to go? Oh, I can't.
Good job.
I guess the camera badge functions as a first-person camera. You really want to stretch it. I like these smoke puffs. What's more important than the actual speed you travel at is the sensation of speed. Oh no, it's a happy... And it does the title card again, even though you can get her in like a minute. Really? There's an important thing in good flow of action called skipping the preamble. That setup was not good preamble. Ugh, I'm hungry. But if I eat now, I'll ruin my stream. Can't use one that has a chair though.
You should leave most places not for child.
The Mafia are terrible at cooking. I prepared the actual dinner up. I'm fairly certain someone would.
Mafia take not kindly to intruders. Mafia take not kindly.
No, smell like shit. You can't run away from your smells, people.
Go home with you.
Let me guess, that's old concept art, because if developers love something, it's putting old concept art up as like paintings. That looks really rough too. Let's actually hold on to the key. Cute. Hallie butt. Butt. Oh man, I can't believe that I'm soon gonna be an educated person. I like these gems. It's real nice. I love it that there's tech. I always love tech. Tech is neat. Lets you move fast, feel better.
It is you! Ever since you landed in Mafia, you must be very lost, kid with the hat. You're in the heart of our town, including this hourglass piece. Lights! Action! It is showtime!
Wow, I'm very glad that you don't stick up close to this guy most of the time. Because he looks really sad up close.
Supercharge!
Usually shockwaves go the other way around, but sure. I like how there's tree mafias too. Mafia ball. Ow, he's bigger than I thought.
I've got your friend captured, and soon you will both perish. Blammo!
I like how you're the one calling people psycho. But I guess dicks want to know one.
Mafia ball! Ultra charge! Mega charge! I'm gonna get you!
I don't like how many things are just taller than they appear to be.
Charge! Mega charge!
Why does he have lightning powers in the first place? How's this Mafia related?
Mafia ball!
Do tell me, Mr. Mafioso! Wow, that was really awkward. That was awkward.
It can't be!
That's a little calm music.
So what do these things do anyway? Are they some sort of rare collector's item for... Are they some sort of rare Wait. Huh?
I like how just dropping the thing to something spooky.
Whoa. What? What? Did you know about...
How do we even leave levels? Like, the travel between areas is never explained. Like, do we just warp?
This is crazy! Do you even realize what could be done with these? We can make it so that you never got punched in the face by the Mafia. We could beat up the Mafia, travel back into... No, wait.
Where'd you have a mustache? I don't think that part's ever, like, elaborated much upon.
Wait, even better.
Also, why does the spaceship travel on time?
Wait, what? This doesn't make any sense. You have... If you're not gonna use... I'm not gonna let this island remain as Mafia Town. Oh. Ha!
And that's just enemies. Not even worse. Not even arch nemesis. Not even rivals. No, just enemies. And loading bars that go all the way around the screen. Because you know what's boring is loading bars that only go on one side of the screen. Battle of the Bands. I mean birds. Ow. Whatever, let's do a time rift. Maybe I'd feel better if I wasn't hungry. Ugh. I don't know why, but as much as Shishard wasn't the best website out there, nostalgia makes everything look so much better. And I kind of liked Amazon, because for one, I did little doodles on that once with a friend, and it was a great, beautiful little moment we shared. It was very weird to look back at things like that. Really awkward to be obsessed with how things were instead of how they are all of a sudden. I've always been kind of easygoing, and I've always looked out for myself over everything else. Just trying to have fun at some point. And all I can think about is how things used to be. How I wasted time. Never true. Well, actually, I did. There were moments where I actually just sat down and enjoyed the peace and quiet that comes with times. Just that I don't remember those times as well. There's far too many days in the year not to have done something. Sure, I'll claim this hat. That's a nice hat.
What a lovely spaceship you have here. You know, I expected aliens to be more Hey, if you're looking to explore our planet, you'll need to understand it. Don't know how to identify relics? I'll let you have this burger cushion relic for free. You can identify this relic at the podium. If you place them on the podium if you're able to identify a relic, something great. I've taught you everything If you're able to identify a relic, I've taught you.
Well, that didn't take any time at all. Heck! You know, it's so doofy how it used to be. How it used to be means, like, them staying up at night to talk with me and me doing the opposite. That's how being at the other side of the world tends to work out for people. I want this to blow over already. It usually always blows over. Also need to remember to set my... Can I do this just now, before I forget about it? How would I do that? I don't know where to go for this, but I do know that YouTube automatically sends a little blink! Yeah, I'm gonna have to someone help me out with that, if that ever becomes a point. So where's the beach again? Like, I don't know the full rotundness of this island. Oh man, being a goofy dork. Having like little money, but also having to spend little money. Nowadays, I'm just starving for money, really. I don't know why. It's really frustrating. How long have I been streaming anyway? Tell me. An hour? Well, if that's the case, I think I might call it a day after the next time rift. Because, fun as I'm having. I have things I want to do with my time that are not streaming. And I'm not the most super heavy, ultra mega, going all over the place, fancy fun times, super mega streamer. I'll just do a little bit and I'm having fun and then I stop. Maybe at some point I'll become a big mega streamer if it ever, you know, pays off to do so. But otherwise, yeah, I'd rather keep a good mental balance of things I want to do and things that ultimately benefit me in the end. Now, most people call that being an adult, and I don't want that. Oh, man. Like, I start to understand, like, when people say you never quite grow up. Like, you always just pretend you grow up. Because I really don't feel like I'm as old as I am. I feel like even if I got a job, I'd still be as old as I was back then. Or maybe I like to fool myself. What a question to ask yourself. God, this music is too contemplating for me, but at least it's not fucking Moonlight Sonata. That song, again, it's been stuck in my head for days as I'm sad. I really like the idea of time rifts, though. This, like, out-of-place time that just exists. There's just a space where things are the way they are. Where you get to experience how people were and who they could be. The fun thing is that every time that thing Como show up, he still sticks in my head. It's still glued into my memories. To look upon someone's final words to a friend is a haunting experience to see. And it still haunts me right now. Again, I'd probably be feeling better if Como hadn't showed me that. And it left me to my own devices. So thanks again, Como. But in the same breath, in the same gasp of air... What was I going to say? In the same breath of air, something happens. But in the same breath of air, it was a bittersweet experience to learn of. Something that sticks with me. It might be the reason I have this fucking nostalgia. Thanks, Como. Oh, man. I feel so heavy. The weight of the world resting on my shoulders. Boy, just wanted to have fun, huh? Jesus, man. Can I link my freaking Twitch thing? Can I? I'm gonna wait until Como pops in, then I'm gonna talk a bit about why Ophinia, because I feel that there's something to be said for what Ophinia is. Oh my god, it's gonna be such a fucking story to talk about. I don't want to talk about Ophinia right now. Hello, Como. You're in the chat now. I'm still sad, and I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. Henlo is a way to put it. Henlo. I'd love to blame... I'd love to blame you for everything that's gone wrong, but at the same time... How fair is it for me to blame you? No, I'm not talking about Ophinia the bird. There's a little bit more to what Ophinia is. If you go on my FA profile and you go to the really old journals, you'll start to notice that Ophinia seems to be a person that exists in real life, which is an entire story to talk about. Although I don't know if I want to, because I could get in trouble for explaining that bit of rich history. It's one of those don't ask, don't tell kind of situations, I feel. That having been said, Ophinia is probably... I want to blame you for showing me that super sad stuff of, like, the 2014. Which makes me super sad, because it's, like, reminding me. It reminds me of the past and of things that have gone by, and now I'm in a nostalgia trip. Being like, man, I remember MSN. I remember all those old things. I'm all sad because things have changed. But they really haven't when you think about it. When you really fucking think about it, Zyla hasn't changed one fucking bit. I still bitch about the exact same things that she fucks up usually, so. Not really fair to blame Komodo for some... I don't know. Maybe it's very comforting. Maybe that's why I still hang out with Zyla as much as I do, even though I just bitch so much. Maybe that's why they cling to me. That's why we cling to each other. Both reminders of happier times. You know, I really didn't want to start off my prestigious Twitch career on me being a sad sack, but you can't help it sometimes. Okay, we found the time rift, but this is the black market.
Black market is...
I never noticed this building. That having been said, I've had a nostalgia trip before, and it was just as unpleasant back then as it is right now. Although back then, I think I could actually go back to She's Yard and see what a mess it fucking was, so... Maybe I just missed the fact that I used to have a room that wasn't shit. Maybe I just missed the fact that I used to have a room where I could just lie down and watch TV while I was lying down. Back when people didn't want to have internet, they wanted to have TV. It was the dream of every kid to have a TV. And it was like, man, there's nothing to see on TV, so I started watching YouTube. I had my laptop. Like nowadays, I have my laptop on a little like nightstand, and it's a little bit safer. But back then, I put my laptop in the fucking bed, and I usually put like a pillow over it when I went to bed. So like, cover it up, make sure it's all safe and cozy, and wouldn't get crushed by me. I slept on a double mattress because we had a mattress available, and I just had a double. Ugh. Memories, man. Look at this fucking Super Mario Sunshine-esque fucking thing. Like, this is so Super Mario Sunshine, I can't even. They did a lot with those toy blocks. What's auto mode? Sure, I could use a new lick of paint. You know, I'll go back and I'm like, I miss the friends I made, but I don't think I really made friends out of them, considering the way everything worked out. Friends stick with you. I mean, there was Seth. There was Ray. There was Tabby. That having been said, there's also Skittles, I guess. That having been said, let me run down why these people left. Ray was, I don't know, I think he just lost interest in me, perhaps. Tabby was kind of a dick. Same could be said. Seth was more in it for himself. Like, he was in it for himself to the extent that if he couldn't get anything out of you, he just kind of lost interest over time. He's like, you can't deliver what I need, so I'm gone. There was one more. There was Skittles. And Skittles... I don't know what happened to Skittles. I think they're all still alive, technically speaking. You know, fun fact, originally I went to Subcon Forest before doing Battle with the birds, but... No. Fine, let's do the word that everyone puts in these fucking things. What is going on? I'm trying to die so I can get out of this. Great! I beat the game. This is just goofy, man. What is going on? The funny thing is that CCP Grey said, like, breakfast doesn't fucking matter. Why doesn't it mention, like, it's only natural to want the past? Bleh. I want one that can work even when the tide's low. And then also... Ugh. Actors all terrible. Legal stats, it's not. That's great. I actually did the achievement, I think, for getting through this without getting seen. That was a pain. I like how there's just the words for some reason facing the studio itself, and just an endless parking garage. I wonder. The 6th of October. Okay, so there's a limit to what I can do. Fun fact, emergency playthrough, I skipped everything, so I was like, what the fuck's going on?
It's too big for the both of us, Dean. You moon penguins are just gonna write some loud noise.
Nonsense, darling, nonsense. You Owl Express birds are just gonna record another boring train-related...
What? No, we have...
Conductor, darling, this year we'll be winning the annual These Shiny Things Fell from the Sky.
Oh, yeah. Well, this time around, we're also... These hourglass thingies will... What the what? You know.
I would never die.
Oh, that...
This is a complete misunderstanding because most movies tend to recycle props. They're expensive. You generally don't make new props if you can just reuse one. Look at them slide.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, shutting the picnics inside the studio will force them to work. All right, time. Oh, and, receptionist, can you please...
I'm fashionable.
You see my fingers here? You see how they're snapping? Oh look, my fingers have taken a liking to you. Hey, little girl! You should join our DJ Groove's You're no bird, eh? Then what brings you to Dead Bird Studio? Before you... Hey! Watch, DJ Grooves means a lot to us. Don't tell anyone this, but before DJ Grooves
You always got second place. That's neat. What does it say? Funk E? No, we'll just take out the camera again. Yeah, man, Club Penguin has changed a bit.
I wanted to ask this reception guy a question, but now I really suck at inter-
Oh, hey, little chirper. They're recording right now, so we're only insured for bird staff. Letting you in would be a liability. Don't even think about sneaking inside.
That was Proton Jontron. Or whatever they call them.
yeah, sorry. I have no idea. I have no idea why. I'm just...
She's the someone people talk
Are
to.
you the kind of... I don't really get this feud between... Like, why does a train operator and a disco... I don't know. I guess cool. Hi there. I'm an express owl. I need to ride the train to get to work. I have no idea why we're at a movie studio.
Please, disregard my twitchy behavior. My body has been...
That sounds, something you might want to call a doctor about, sir. Just real brief. Call a doctor about it. The no bonk badge. Hell yeah! How does that work? Oh, that's awesome. Wait, so this guy has a... Yeah, he's one gold. This guy's one silver. Wait a second. Is that because I have a playthrough where he won? That'd be a neat detail if they actually did that kind of cross-save stuff. Also, for some reason, there's a specific sign, no humans allowed, only birds allowed, next to the vent! Weird little girl, spaceship in the sky 1. I just love this thing. Can't see it from here though, but it's neat. I love your character like with a little finger gun, like pew, secret agent man. I'm not going for a flawless run. I think I did it once. I might have succeeded. I might not have. Don't even know if you understood, you know. Damn it. I really like is the later you come back here in like a super level. Oh, I can't go back, can I? There's no, like, lever on this thing. Whoops! Well, we'll do that some other time then.
Straighten your back, darling. You're actors, not janitors.
Got a relic! I got a cow!
Darlings, let's take it from the top. Action!
I think if you jump over there, no matter what you do, you always get caught. This is really frustrating to do in one go. Just a big whammo kablammy perfect run thing. Yarn get. Oh, I'm so hungry. I need to eat. Whoops. Jesus. Oh. Yeah, this is gonna be the final thing I do. Regardless of how this turns out, because my stomach is just saying no! Owl harassment times 3. Loosen up a bit, Mr. Video Game. I got a token. I love how they're both just recording in the background of your little adventure. Adds a little flair to it. This game is really a set-piece thing, isn't it? The more I look back at it, the more it's like, yeah, this really is just built on set pieces. Oh. I thought I could make it, but I forgot to actually go, whoa. Oh, I get it. It stacks them up over time. So if you run at a wall, you go a little bit higher, but in the same breath, you also lose your double jump, so... Be careful! I don't know why it gives you these hearts, because you're at the end of the level. Although we'll get a very fun part in a second. That's really fun.
Magnificent. Stud. Of course, this big trophy is just a plastic replica. The actual trophy is... oh my, what is...
I'm beautiful, and I got glasses.
Oh no, it's just a little... Oh wait, you're not a penguin. Here's the biz. I need your help. There's no doubt I absolutely...
Alright.
We need to give you a bird pass.
A fucking bird passport.
The most important part of a passport is the... Okay, put on a... Let's see how... Oh, darling, you... We've got to fix this ugly mugshot up with some old...
I can't use my mouse. Really? Oh, I can. That'll make this a little bit easier to do. First, we've got to fatten up that eyeshadow a bit. Really add some... Unfortunately, this puts a lot of stress on the eye, so we're going to bridge the nose a bit to take the eye away. Of course, we've got to draw the ears in as well. Got to draw them ears into the picture. Unfortunately, we've got to get some nice mushy red lips, like all the celebrities. Got to have them big pickers. In order to add to a little bit of the bird aesthetic, we'll give our nose a little bit of a yellow shine to it. I think this will do.
Perfect. Let's slide the... Wonderful, darling.
How does he walk on those things? I think it's magic.
Hey, what do you think you're...
You weren't back there.
You can't just jump in and fiddle with the... Where are my owl cards at? Alright, listen here, lass. You're in big trouble. If you're helping crook... That's right. Here, hold our newest prop. Practice showing it off and bring it to my movie set tomorrow. You're go...
That guy is like practice showing it off. What? You just met this person, you give him props. So things make squeaky noises. Squeaky noises! It's Fidget Games. But with that, like I said, I'm gonna call it quits. I have no followers. I'm so sad. I got a new shout on my profile. I wonder who it is. Who is this person? Did I watch them recently? No. They're just there. This is mysterious. How mystery. I love mystery. Gotta be nice and supportive to people that are supportive to me. I always appreciate people that are showing you a little bit of extra attention, even if you know you don't care yourself. What the hell? Why do people link me these comics? That was Como. Como! Why did you... What is with you? I mean, I don't disagree that it's like a serious thing that people need to think about more often, but yes. But heck. Do I have enough yarn? I have enough yarn to stitch a hat. Abracadabra, alakazam! Can we do the DLC stuff now? Oh, I have the mods installed. That's sad. Maybe I'll install some mods and have something to do next time. That'd be fun. Why do I have so much mail, though? Where does the mail come from? Where's my room? Here. I like this place. I should get to read a little diary. Well, that was nice. That was fun. Okay, Twitch is working fine. I'm okay with this. There's like a little spiderweb back there. That's nice. Cool. So next time we'll do build penguins. Gonna decide who's gonna win, because I'm more than willing to make a fucking shit show out of it for one of them. Wait, what was that? Who did I watch play this game again? Was it NCS or Josh Jefferson? Not seen any of his stuff in a while, I think. Ah, the past. Look at the controller vibrates slightly. But yeah, I'm gonna to the machine. Thanks for coming. Thanks whoever the other one viewer is. It might be me, and it might have been me twice at some point. I don't know. Thanks whoever you are. Thanks for coming, Como. I'm still a bit pouty face. Oh god, that's so true. That is a very, very accurate depiction on how Doom feels. At least that's how Doom Guy feels. Because he's just like, I got one hit point. I'm gonna take this soul sphere. Oh! Just stuffs his face with it. It's a big old fashioned NOP with an F. Because why not? Why not? I want to put an F in there. God, do we have an Darth? Like, they're not on my recent watch list, so that's not it. Do they know someone I know? Wait a second. Wait just one diddly orange second. Haven't I talked to this person before? Maybe they've been watching me since forever. 'Cause, 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 'cause I still love that Latex removed that shout I made of like, hello, I know it's like 5 years late, but sorry about that, because I am actually seriously sorry about that. Ugh. That was so rude of me. There it is. Yeah, I've talked to Darth like 7 years ago. Goddamn. Man, 7 years since I talked to that mother clucker. History, man, history. History's all over the place. It's okay to pout. I know it's okay to pout. What's not okay is picking up a full metapack when you only took 1 damage. Wait, there's 3 viewers? Where do you see this stuff? Where do you get this information? Who told you this? Because on mine it says I have 2 viewers. You got 2. Unlike YouTube, it doesn't provide you with sexy analytics. Of like, oh, this is where people were, Look at these hot, sexy bodies. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it says I have 2 watching now. So there's just someone okay, maybe just registered, like maybe one of them left and came back. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I gotta say Twitch is nice. Twitch is as nice as everything else. So, wiping my hands off. Unfortunately, this means that I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with YouTube, because I need to put up stuff on YouTube too. I'll just record some Yoka. That's Yoku. Yoku. After I get a bite, my god, my stomach is just hungry. And I got some mods. Yeah. Slick mods. I wonder where you can hide your views and such. That's weird. Bye-bye! Thanks for coming.